Throughout time, people across the world told each other tales of how they came to be, of heroes and monsters, romance and tragedy, death and rebirth. Mythology helped shape the ancient world, explaining the unexplainable. This is Mythology Unleashed. Loki, the Norse god of mischief, had committed countless acts of cruelty for the sake of his own entertainment. The most unforgivable, however, was his involvement in the killing of Baldur, the god of light. Having discovered Baldur's vulnerability to mistletoe, Loki convinced the blind god Hod to launch a mistletoe shaft at Baldur. Hod's aim was true, and Baldur fell to the ground, his life extinguished. As punishment for his crime, Loki was chained deep within the earth, with an open-mouthed viper dangling above his head, ever dripping venom onto his face. But the consequences of Loki's actions would only just begin, as the death of Baldur heralded the twilight of the gods, the end of days, a prophecy known as Ragnarok. With the god of light dead, the realm of Midgard would fall into darkness. 3 harsh winters would pass, with nary a summer between them, an event known as the Fimbulwinter. And the people who were not killed by the elements would face another danger: each other. The world will plunge into conflict that will spread to every corner of Midgard. Sordid greed and envy will drive men into acts of madness, making them kill each other indiscriminately. Brother murdering brother, father slaying son, son slaying father. None showing mercy in unnatural crimes against mankind. Humanity will crumble and rend itself asunder through acts of civil war, thievery, rape, incest, cannibalism, and unspeakable carnage. All hope will be lost. Up in the cosmos, the wolves Skull and Hati, who had chased the sun and moon since the beginning of time, will at last catch their prey, causing the skies to darken, the stars to extinguish, and the earth to violently tremble. Mountains crumble, trees are toppled, and amidst the destruction, the savage wolf, Fenrir, will break free of his unbreakable chains. The seas will rage, toil, and froth, and from the depths arises the Midgard serpent, Jormungand, who will make his way towards the shore, causing the land to flood over. The ship Nakfar, constructed from the nail clippings of the dead, will float loose from its moorings, bringing with it all the undead hordes of hell. Loki, at last free from his bonds, boards the dreaded ship and steers it towards its fated destination, with Hrym and his frost giants joining Loki in his fleet. Garm, the blood-stained guardian of Hell's gates, will escape into the realm of the living, leaving a bloody trail in his wake. The great dragon Nidhogg, who gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil, will chew through the world tree, causing it to quiver, shuddering all the 9 realms as he escapes into Midgard, where he and the other monsters prepare for the final battle. Yggdrasil's shuddering rattled Fjalar, the rooster of Valhalla, who crowed to the Midgard rooster Golenkambi and the rooster of Niflheim. Heimdall, alerted by the crowing roosters, puts the Gjallarhorn to his lips and sounds a blast heard through the cosmos. The Aesir ready themselves for a battle, and the halls of Valhalla are emptied as the Einarjar accompany their gods. As they gallop across the rainbow bridge Bifrost, Odin seeks the counsel of the wise Mimir, though they both know there is nothing to be said, nothing that can be done. And so with destiny written, Odin mounts his 8-legged steed Sleipnir, adorned in golden armor, and wielding his mystic spear Gungnir. Age-old enemies of the gods and mankind make their way to the realm of man. The skies will split open, carrying with them Surt and his fire demon horde, who set the Bifrost ablaze, crumble it beneath their galloping feet. The two armies meet each other on the battlefield of Vigrid, stretching 100 leagues in every direction, yet filled with combatants beyond capacity. With trumpets and cries of valor from either side, they charge, and the battle is on. Gods, men, giants, and monsters clash in a skirmish that pales any other before it. Combatants on either side, facing off against opponents equal to themselves. Odin rides Sleipnir hard into the ever-growing Folkvangr. The ever-vigilant Heimdall engages the treacherous Loki in single combat, their swords ringing out across the battlefield. Thunder cracks, and lightning flashes, as Thor at last faces the Midgard serpent. The one-handed Tyr battles the hellhound Garm, who snarls with fury. It is a battle unlike any before it in terms of sheer scale and utter, ruthless valor. Though Odin will battle Fenrir valiantly, the giant wolf will have grown so large, his open maw filled the space between heaven and earth. In the blink of an eye, the king of Asgard will be devoured by the dangerous monster. But his death will be avenged by Vithar, who pries open Fenrir's mouth, steps down on its lower jaw, and hoists its snout high, tearing the monster in two, killing it. Thor and Jormungand battle fiercely with one another, after years of encounters with each other. Thor will succeed in killing Jormungand, but will only manage to take 9 steps before succumbing to the serpent's venom, dying as a warrior. The vicious Garm will swallow Tyr whole, but before the warrior god perishes, he will slash through the wolf's innards, killing them both. Heimdall and Loki will duel fiercely, equally matched, neither one's blade finding a weakness in the other. Their match will end when they slay each other with simultaneous strokes. As the Aesir army faces, kills, and perishes by their opponents, the Vanir god Frey will be left fighting with Surt himself. Armed with but a staghorn, Frey is no match for the fire giant, and will perish beneath his mighty blade. Triumphant against his foe, Surt will rain fire down upon the 9 realms, killing all of the combatants, and burning everything to cinders. The universe will be consumed by fire and water, until at last all will be as it was in the beginning. Chaotic, unformed, noiseless, lifeless. But from the ashes of the old world emerges a new one, purged by fire and purified by its immersion in the sea. The new world will rise again in all its pristine beauty, illuminated by the daughter of the first sun. From the sun's rays will sprout flowers and fruit in abundance. Crops that were never sown will grow prosperously. Beasts of the field, the water, and the air will emerge to retake their place in nature. 2 human beings, a woman named Lif and a man named Lifthrasir, will emerge from the depths of Mimir's forest, where they sought refuge from the fires of Surt. They will take possession of the regenerated earth and repopulate the race of mankind. The gods who survived the battle of Ragnarok, representations of imperishable forces of nature, will unite with the resurrected Baldur and Hod, and make their way to the golden palace of Gimli, untouched by the destruction. And so the cycle begins anew, and a new world of gods, men, and monsters will rise.